What's going on, brothers and sisters? What is going on? For those of you new to the channel, my name is William Bootsy Blandon, and I talk about entrepreneurship, corporate credit, business entities, stuff like that. But I try not to be as ghetto as Rich Wayne and Bandman Kevel. I'm not trying to be that ghetto. I'm trying to be a little bit, you know what I mean? But thank you. Welcome back to the channel. Today is basically just a rant. I want to say here's my mentality nowadays, guys. My mentality now is way above what it used to be. That poor mentality. My mentality right now is, I'm going to tell you real numbers. I'm down to pretty much my last $5,000, and I'm panicking. Do you guys realize just 3 years ago that I would have thought $5,000 could last way long? You know what I mean? I would have thought $5,000 could last me 6 months because that was my mentality. Now, fast forward, $5,000 could last me 5-6 months because I'm not just relying on that $5,000. But I'm panicking because that's the last liquid cash I have. But I already established some personal credit. You know what I mean? I probably got about maybe close to 2,000 and some personal credit, and I'm about to shoot the trigger and try to get a personal card as well as a business card from Navy Federal. I'm just not rushing. But that's my mentality now. I got $5,000 liquid cash in the bank, and I'm still working real hard to put more money in my bank account. Like, I'm panicking like it's at zero. Because that's my new mentality. You know, the SBA funding, I was a little upset that I couldn't get draw 2 of the PPP. And we don't talk about PPP fraud here. I'm really getting actual PPP. Well, I did get one draw PPP, and I told them the truth. I was an Uber driver. I filed my 2019 taxes for being an Uber driver. So there's no fraud. This is legitimate stuff you could do, and you're able to get this money. But anyway, short story. I call a Uber today because, I didn't get a car yet. I'm not rushing. And it just so happens it was my neighbor. It was crazy. He's doing Uber driver. I never knew he'd do Uber driving. I thought he was a mechanic. So we're talking it up, and you know me. I gotta stop telling everybody of how much money I've earned from the government, because I don't know why I feel like I shouldn't be telling everybody what my personal situations are. You know what I mean? And save it just for the channel. I don't know. I'm crazy like that. But we start talking, and I'm telling him all the money I've gotten SBA funding just based on being an Uber driver. And he was like, wow. He was actually doing good. He's making decent money for being an Uber driver, because he does some other stuff on the side. He's a mechanic, stuff, such and such. But when I told him how much he could have got legitimately applying for SBA funding as a Uber driver, he was blown away, guys. He was blown away. And maybe it's just me feeling guilty, but I feel like people are thinking, well, you only made it this far because you had SBA funding. And that's somewhat true. I would have got here, but it would have been a lot slower process. But that's somewhat true, but you got to change your mindset to even know how to apply as a business owner. Guys, if I didn't have the right mindset, I wouldn't even know, number one, to look for this money, or even how to apply for it as a business owner. So it all still goes back to mindset. You gotta change your mindset. I feel it's like my mind is opening up, like parts of my brain that I never used before. Because I realize now, this stuff I'm telling you guys on the channel is starting to become a reality. As I'm going through the trials and tribulations of being an entrepreneur, I'm finally seeing the end of the tunnel, I think. And don't get me wrong, I had corporate credit already. You guys can go back to my older videos. I had Shania business where I built up corporate credit cards, and I ain't gonna lie, guys, I messed it up. But see, that's the thing about being an entrepreneur. And building corporate credit is important because if you make a mistake, you don't you don't destroy your whole livelihood. You could keep your personal life and your business completely separate. So, say you got a wife and kid, you don't need to mess with your personal monies is coming in. You can build up some corporate credit on an entity and use that. If you're making mistakes, yeah, technically you owe the money, or it could default back to your personal credit. So you don't want to just be playing games. But it protects you in a way it won't affect your personal stuff that's going on over here. And you could just have a side hustle, guys, but set it up like a real business. Build some corporate credit on it. Say to like easy 50,000. I believe everybody in the sound of my voice could set up an LLC, structure it properly, and easily build $50,000 in corporate credit. I'm talking easily, without a personal guarantee. Now, me, I'm not 100% against using a personal guarantee when it's going to get you big money. So let's say I want to do a real estate deal, and it's a $500,000 deal, guys. If I got to give them my social security, I'll put it under the business, but I got to guarantee it with my social. It's okay. You're only going to do deals like that once, maybe twice a year, where you personally have to sign your social security to get you some funding for your business, maybe twice a year. And save it for the big deals. Just build up your corporate credit on your entity. You know what I'm saying? And then easily you could get $50,000. And if you already got some stuff going online, this is really for the people that got something going online. Like you already have some activity, a little Amazon thing or Shopify store, and say you're making $10,000 to $20,000 even a year, just $10,000 to $20,000 a year. Guys, set that up like a real business. Build some corporate credit on it. You could easily turn that into $100,000 a year because you have the corporate credit backing what you're really doing. You got a real business. Everybody that's listening to me, if you got a real business or side hustle right now, I don't care if it's just Uber, DoorDash, you can structure yourself like a real business. I'm mad that I didn't do this. I'm mad that I did it as a sole proprietor. I didn't put all my Uber money in a LLC, say. I could have been doing both at the same time, guys. I could have had an LLC, Shania business, doing the YouTube stuff, but also put all my Uber earnings in that account as well. And that alone would have got me the funding I needed. But see, I make these mistakes, and I come out here and I tell you guys so you don't make the same mistakes. I really do. That's, I've got enough life, of things that I went through, trials and tribulations, that I could easily, pretty much, I've dealt with every mistake you're going to deal with. Easy. So I come out here and tell you what the mistakes I make, so hopefully you guys don't make them. That's what we do here. But you could easily just set up your side hustle properly and get $50,000. And that $50,000, let's say if you're an Uber driver and you're struggling. I wish I would have knew this when I started Uber. And I was building up Shania Business, the YouTube channel. This channel goes back like 4 or 5 years. But I was so focused on thinking that AdSense money was gonna, come into play. Guys, if you're doing YouTube for AdSense money, forget about it. Just forget about it, because it's so far and hard to accomplish it. I've been on YouTube over 4 years, and I'm still not receiving AdSense money because that's not the purpose of the channel. Don't focus on that. I'm using this as attraction marketing to get you guys to go check out my holding company course and further offer you products and services, say like Zetegrity down the line. Waiting for AdSense money, forget about it. But back to my story. if you just set up your Uber business from day one with an LLC and just put your funds in the LLC rather than like I was doing it and putting it in my personal account. Let it go through the business LLC and build corporate credit on that. Guys, easily you can probably get 100K easy in corporate credit. Take that money, go buy another vehicle, put it on hire car or Toro while you're Uber driving with car A. You got car B over here bringing in you an additional $1,000 a month. Now you do it again. 6 months later, you get another vehicle added on the hire car Toro. So you see where I'm going with this, guys? I'm not going to be doing the Uber and Lyft business, but now I'm starting to think too, I can also put this element in. Under one of my operating companies, set up a new operating company for this. Use corporate credit to purchase a vehicle. I can actually put a driver in there. I can hire basically a driver and set that up on a platform like DoorDash, or Uber Eats, or set it up under my company and just pay somebody a percentage of what they're actually bringing in to go out and do the pickups. To basically do DoorDash, but in my vehicle, I'll register it, insure it, just get a driver out there. It's easy to find you guys, Uber or Lyft drivers, and be like, yo, come work for me, and I'll pay you, because they want that consistent pay. Y'all know how Uber is. It's funny. But if I could basically tell a driver, this is what I'll give you this amount a week, every week. Say $50 a day. Let's just to keep round numbers. So I give you $250 a week. You use my car, my insurance. They don't have to worry about a car. They don't have to worry about the coverage. Add them to your coverage. Get commercial insurance. Add that person to your coverage. Do it safe, legitimate. But he could bring you in double of what you're paying him. So now let's just keep it round numbers. He's making $500 a week. You're only paying him half of that. That's still revenue, guys. Still revenue. That could just be one thing, and then now you get the other cars going on Toro and hire car. Consistent money coming in. This is basically what I'm going to try to do, but I'm going to try to take my time, one car at a time. See, I think the way Glenn and Cameron's doing it, because he's you want to check him out. His YouTube channel is The Money Lab. I think he's got so much drama with building his business because he had a lot of money. We all know Glenn got money. So he threw in a lot of money, but he dealt with a whole bunch of cars all at once. I think that's where the complications and the drama come in. I'm going to take it another direction. I'm going to do one vehicle at a time. And if I might do the driver thing where I add on drivers to do DoorDash, Postmates, Uber Eats. I might have one vehicle for that. Say 2 drivers, 2 different shifts, one vehicle for that. And I'm going to purchase brand new cars, guys, so you don't have no drama with repairs in the beginning. And how I'm going to get the cars? Corporate credit. You take one car at a time and do this. You take a car, I might put one car to 2 shifts. I'll get a second car, and maybe put it on Toro. You know what I mean? Something a little bit nicer. The nicer cars you put on Toro. You get another car, like say a real basic car, like a basic Hyundai, and you put that on hire car, because Uber drivers take cars from hire car. That Hyundai might make more money than all your other cars because it's out all the time, because Uber drivers like to go to hire car, get a vehicle, and they'll pay for like a whole month sometimes. So you could build this out slow. Doesn't have to be rushed. You know what I mean? Especially if this crypto thing blow with Integrity. Man, guys, if this crypto thing blows with Integrity, I literally would just be taking funds from the earnings of the crypto and just deposit it into my business bank account. Damn what the taxes turn out to be, guys. You know what I mean? We can't worry about little things like the taxes. We'll worry about that down the line. There's gonna always be a tax strategy, especially if you're dealing with me. There's always gonna be a tax strategy. I'm not worried about the taxes. Let's just get this money in the bank account so I can apply for this business line of credit. You know, my goal was to try to get right out the gate $25K on a business card through Navy Federal, and possibly 5 to 10 on a personal with Navy Federal. That's my goal that I'm shooting for, or I'm going to try to accomplish. You know, not that I even want to spend those, but this is what I'm saying. It's a backup. So now I have a line of credit. So I can even take a percentage of that business card and go purchase a vehicle even. You got the down payment right there. You don't have to put the whole 25 down. Put down $5,000, say. Make the payments real low. So endless possibilities when you're doing this stuff and you're building a corporate credit, but all it could take is a side hustle. You could just be a DoorDash driver, set up your DoorDash under a real LLC. If you need somebody like me to help you build up, you know, your corporate credit, I do have a package deal for that. If you want to learn more about that package deal, it's under my holding company package. So basically, I help you build a holding company and show you how to fund it. But my course is only $49 as of this video. But go watch that video on there and it'll tell you about my package deal if you want to do a holding company package with me. You know, and it'll be done by a real lawyer as far as setting up your entity, but I will help you take the next step and go in and apply for the corporate credit. Because those of you who are in Integrity, as you know, that Black Table program was designed and set up to do that for us, build up an ironclad holding company, what I call the holding company, you know, but they shut it down. They got the 200 people and it's shut down. Pretty much by the time you guys watch this video, it'll be completely shut down. So no more Black Table. But if you do want to watch the videos about it, so you know what I'm talking about, the videos are listed below. But I'm still here. If you guys want to start a corporation and slowly build the corporate credit on it, I'm still here with a reasonable rate. I'll basically just tell you what that rate is. So for about $2,000, I will walk you through the steps, setting up your company. If you need some help on a personal side, we'll talk about that. But that doesn't include lawyer fees. So it's just my fee, $2,000. But the lawyer fees could be anywhere from say $750 to maybe $1,000. You know, and that's just their cost. They a real law firm, so you ain't got to worry about, you know, somebody set you up the wrong way. It's real law firm setting you up. You're paying me just basically as a consultant. I come in, show you how to set up your company properly. We don't have the stock trader and stock investor like the Black Table does. But even without that, we could be easily talking about up to $500K. I can't guarantee the amounts, but easily within a year, you could be looking at anywhere from $500K to $1 million if you have a real side hustle that you can funnel, or even just another business. Some of you might already have a business. You could take some funds, start a separate corporation over here, and just funnel money in to that business. You know, say $5,000 a month. That alone will get you corporate credit. You know, just that function right there. And we could talk about partnerships and possible partnerships I'm sure I'm going to create in the future. We can talk about that. But I want this done legally, just like Troy does with the, you know, where everything's done right. So I want to bring in a real law firm. That's why it's a little pricey. I know how to set up. I could go to a filing company and get your company set up for half that price. So I may give the option for that, but it's $2,000 if we do it the proper way, just my cost. And we can break that into payments, but it's going to be additional, probably $200 if you want to break it up, say $550 a month for 4 months or whatever. All right. So all my contact information is below. If you want to know more about that opportunity, go to my holding company link, which is just williamblanding.com, and watch that intro video for free. And if you want the holding company course, just click the link below that. But it'll give you a basic outline of what we're looking at to set something up, a real holding company done properly. And we slowly go in and take the steps and build. You're going to do it yourself. I'm going to walk you through it, building a corporate credit. You know, it's a reasonable fee to get up and running and make possibly $50,000, and then you can go back to, say, Ztegrity. They might open this black table program back up. I wouldn't be surprised, but just charge $10,000, say. So it's possible, but we shall see in the future. For those of you on the black table group, welcome. I am excited. I'm looking forward to the future. Like I said, worst case scenario for me, I'm just going to continue on building corporate credit on my first holding company. But if they get me this C Corp over here with, what is it, 1.5 to 2 million in spendable corporate credit, guys, I will be able to probably become an angel investor. I'll probably do what I got to do, the paperwork to become a accredited investor, so I can actually go to people like Grant Cardone and say and invest in those big deals. I think you only need like 200K liquid, and then the rest could be property or credit. I'm sure I could turn that kind of money into 200K liquid, possibly even on a crypto. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we're going to be talking about in this channel going forward. Again, congratulations to everybody that made it before Troy shut it down into the black table. God bless us both. You know, me, you, everybody. Like, I'm just hoping everything just plays out easy, but you know, it's business. There might be some hiccups. I'm not going to panic because I'm focusing my time on my real business. But guys, whew, if Troy pulled this off, it's going to be some millionaires made in Ztegrity if he pulls this off. Of course, I got doubts. One guy hit me in one of my comments. He was like, you sound like you got a little doubt. There's always a little doubt. Let's keep it real. You know, a lot of people probably watching me and thinking it's too hard, it's too good to be true. He ain't gonna pull it off. But guys, I always have hope because so far things are panning out for me. You know, COVID-19, I'm sorry it's been negative, but it's been very prosperous for me. You know, plus I didn't get sick. Maybe because I'm always in the house, but regardless, I'm safe. I haven't got sick. And the government funding is coming in, and they're even talking about bringing back possibly more funds for the PPP. Guys, I'm due to get round 2 of that. I still did not get my supplemental targeted grant, which is like a part of the EIDL grant. That's the $5,000 EIDL grant for being the low income and you had 50% loss. I qualify for that. And it's all legit. I sent them all my tax statements. They got everything, guys. They got my IDs. Ain't no reason to fraud these people because you could do this stuff legit. And even in the past, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I probably, with this knowledge, I would have just frauded them. I would have just been like Bandman Kevo back in the day and just scam and scam. You don't need to scam anymore nowadays, guys. You could do legitimate business, follow the rules, and still have a prosperous life. That's what I'm trying to prove on this channel. No, I'm not a stickler like Glendon Cameron. I'm a little, I don't want to say shady, but I like to be, a little aggressive on finagling things and having loopholes, but still within the law. You know what I'm saying? So some people might think it's illegal, but as long as we're in the law, I will do it. I'll keep it real with you. As long as I'm not breaking no laws, outright breaking any laws, I'm with it. Call me, I'm with it. But let's try to keep the stuff legal and still build corporate credit and businesses. We can do this, guys. I'm ready. I'm ready to work with some of you guys. And I got a reasonable fee, I think, to help you guys put together. You guys can put together a team. You guys can come to me, 4 or 5 people, and be like, let's all put in $1,000, say, and speed this process up by working as a team. And right now, you'll get the personal attention. Because I'm not going to lie, guys. If this crypto drop like Troy talking about his drop, by next month, I'll be out. Put it this way, I'll be so busy I won't have time to do any personal attention for any one-on-one consultations or setting up businesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm only offering that now because I really want to get like 5 good people. Like I want to help like either 5 people or 5 groups of people. Get those 5 people, get their corporate credit going, and guess what? They're going to come back to me, and we could do that master company I was talking about, and I have the investors right there. I only need 5 companies. 5 companies put in like $100,000. We can go buy like a $3 million business, or a condo. We can be like Grant Cardone and buying those 200 unit buildings. Troy said he only wanted his team to be with 200 good people. You know what I want, guys? 5. I want 5 good people, with 740 credit scores. Not you have to use a credit score, but it's nice that we have it. Like if one of us in a group has good credit, it's going to speed any process up. We all have a separate corporation, but we all can rely on each other and set up one massive, say, tech company, take it public, and possibly become multimillionaires. Guys, I'm going to do it with or without you. I'll keep it real. I'm going to do it with or without you. If I have to be the sole director of $1 million company, that's what's going to happen. But I like to see 5 people with me. That's the mindset I'm on. But I want to thank you guys for all your support up to this far. Subscribe, like, please give me a like, comment, click the bell icon, and I'll catch you guys next time.